لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everybody. Welcome back to Rosie's Corner. I want to apologize in advance because the weather has been crazy outside, and I don't know if there's pollen or something, but my allergies have been acting up. So I've been a little sniffly. I don't know if that's a word, but that's a word that I'm going to use. I've been a little sniffly, so I apologize if I sound a little stuffy. All right. Now, it's been about 5 months since I converted to Islam, and you guys had some questions. So we are here to answer them and give you guys a little update on what life has been like for the past 5 months. Let's go. So, our first question is, why did you accept Islam? Now, when I first converted to Islam, I feel like I had all these reasons. Oh, I saw this. Oh, I read this. Oh, this. Oh, that. But it's as simple as this. When you truly study Islam, you cannot deny that Islam is the truth. So it's as simple as that. Islam is the truth. That's why I accepted Islam. Our next question is, how do you feel overall? You look great, mashallah. Thank you. I feel great, alhamdulillah. Although so many things have been happening, I feel great. I feel that same rush still that I felt when I first converted to Islam. I know a lot of people were worried, like you're gonna burn yourself out, but honestly, I feel like my deen, my faith, I feel like it gets stronger every single day. So yeah, I feel great. Yeah, alhamdulillah. Our next question is, what obstacles have you faced since converting? Oh man. Oh man. Okay, obstacles. I don't know if these things I don't know if some of these things are connected to me converting to Islam, but they happened after I converted. One of the things was I went from working 50 hours at my job to only working 10 hours. So I had to get another job. I was looking for a job for like about a month. So that month was just like chaotic. Another obstacle that I face, again, this has nothing to do with the fact that I converted to Islam. It's just an obstacle that I face. There's a bat, and I mean a bat, like a bat hanging on the front of my car right now. Like, look at this. No, there's a bat, guys, like an actual bat hanging out of my car right now. That has nothing to do with this, but I've been freaking out all day, so I thought y'all should know. Another obstacle, I don't know if this is an obstacle, but it's just been something that keeps kind of happening, is my relationship with my sister. After I converted to Islam, I mean, we always had like arguments and stuff prior, but I feel like after I converted to Islam, we can't really have conversations that are about like religion because it gets very iffy, and then we end up arguing, and then we end up not talking, and then it's just you know. Our next question is, how is learning and understanding Islam going? I believe it's going really good, alhamdulillah. I've gotten to the point where I'm doing my 5 daily prayers. I am reading my Quran every day. I'm also, I know this is going to go with the next question. Actually, I'll just show you guys the next question. So any interesting books that you are reading? So I have like a study plan. The way that I study is basically I wake up, I pray Fajr, and then I read my Quran. After I read my Quran, I will then read this book. I am reading the Bible, the Quran, and Science, the Holy Scriptures examined in the light of modern knowledge. So it's a really good book. I am learning so much about just like the scientific facts, and it's amazing. Y'all should definitely check it out. Our next question says, I am a new revert, subhanallah. Any advice for me in my journey? No one in my family is a Muslim. So I am going to give you the same advice that I used to give, which is read the Quran. That is a super important part of our conversion reversion. So definitely read the Quran, but also take things slow. I have seen a lot of people who convert to Islam and then you see them kind of taking a step back because whether it's like people that are telling them you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do that. They also step back because they like overwhelm themselves in the beginning, and then they kind of like, I don't know, start fading away from Islam. Um, so definitely take it slow, take it step by step, and each step that you take, pray about it. Like really pray about it. Make du'as about each thing that you are doing. Let's say if you, I can't remember if this was a female or male that sent this in. But if you're a female and let's say you want to start wearing your hijab, pray about it. Pray about it so that it is an easy transition for you. Each step that you take, pray about it so that Allah may make it easier for you. Also, for the family, I am the only Muslim in my family, and I've come to find out that the best way that you can give dawah to your family is by how you act towards them, how you treat them. Um, my mom, my mom and I were very close. We weren't before, but we're very close now. And she tells me all the time, I see the change, and I am grateful to God because of all the changes that He's been making in your life. She realizes that all of these changes that's been happening is Allah, that it's God. And my dad as well, he's noticed that I am more helpful towards them and more obedient, and I'm a more obedient daughter to them. And yeah, I would say the way that you treat them and show them more love than you've ever have in your whole life. Like if you've loved your family your whole life and you've shown them so much love, that's great, alhamdulillah. Show them even more. Show them that Islam has brought you so much love, peace, and just care for others that radiates out of you. All right, our next question says, who was the person among your relatives most furious to hear the news of your reversion to Islam? Alhamdulillah, all my family has been very supportive. My sister, I would say, is the one that I would have the most trouble like talking to about anything that has to do with Islam. My mom, she's been very supportive. My dad, I don't really talk to him about things that have to do with Islam because my dad is the first elder of a church, and he has that like pastor vibe kind of thing that he will just argue with me the whole day if we go, you know. So I don't really talk to him about Islam. I'm hoping that he will kind of see what Islam has done to my life, and inshallah one day they'll accept Islam. All right, our next question is, are you still using YouTube for your prayers? Alhamdulillah, no, I am not. I have learned to pray in Arabic. And yeah, I don't use YouTube anymore. Alhamdulillah. I've been thinking about reciting a Fatiha to you guys, but I'm honestly so scared that I will say something wrong. So as of right now, I'm keeping it between me and Allah. Someone asked, are you pregnant? No. Why are you so good at communication? I don't know, because I'm going to be honest with you. I am so antisocial that I don't know, but alhamdulillah, because that's all Allah, let me tell you. And now, the questions that you've all been waiting for. Are you married? No, I am not. So a lot of these questions I am going to answer kind of like mixed together just because I feel like they all kind of connect. So the next question is, what would be the process of dating you for marriage? Asking for a friend. Okay. Well, your friend's out of luck because I don't date. There's no dating in Islam. So it's just marriage, buddy. Are you looking to get married? Yes, I am. I feel like I'm finally at the stage that I wanted to be. Like in my mind, when I converted to Islam and everybody was telling me, you need to get married, you need to get married, you need to get married. In my head, I was like, no, I need to get to a certain point before I get married. And I finally feel like I'm at that point. So whenever Allah is ready, I'm ready. Inshallah, whatever He wants. All right, so this is probably my second favorite question, and it's what do you think about love marriage? So I think that to answer this question, we need to first define love. And my definition of love, because everybody's definition might be different. My definition of love is choosing somebody over and over and over and over again, right? So if you're talking about that type of marriage, then alhamdulillah, I think that it would work out because you're choosing that person no matter what. You're choosing that person over and over and over again, right? But if somebody's defining love by, oh, the way that this person makes me feel, that fades. If you're looking at somebody, oh, I love this person because of the way they look, that's gonna fade. Looks are gonna change. The way that somebody makes you feel is gonna change. Listen, you might be happy for 20 minutes, you might be happy for a day, and then the next day you might get upset at this person. It's not gonna last. Your feelings are gonna change. So if that's the type of love that you're referring to, then it might not last. Especially if, let's say, you didn't look at their family or their finances and something happens and then you find yourself feeling like, oh, I'm upset with this person, or I don't like the situation that I'm in, and their family gets involved and it gets even worse, or then you're in a financial situation that you can't get out of and you're gonna leave. The marriage won't last because what you based it off of was just how you were feeling or how this person looked. But when you get in a tricky situation, you're going to want to step out. You're going to want to leave. So I think it's always very important to look at all of the factors. Look at the family, look at the financial situation. If you want to focus on looks, you can add looks to the list. If you want to also add the way that they make you feel to the list, by all means, but make sure that you're considering everything. And then if you choose to love that person, if you go into a love marriage, then make sure you're choosing that person every single day, no matter what happens. Because here's the thing, there's also what I like to think of like a business marriage. A business marriage is basically you're making sure, and I feel like honestly, this is how I would describe a lot of Islamic marriages, a business marriage. Why? Because you make sure that you're going to be set first. You make sure he can provide for the family. Because if you're not going to be working or if they don't want you to work, they need to be able to provide. Now, if you're planning on working and stuff and all this stuff, then, then maybe that might not be such a huge factor. But if you're not going to be working, then you got to make sure that you're going to be financially stable, that you are the way that you're going to raise your kids, you guys are it's lined up. All of the things in your life are lined up. You're not focused on the feelings, right? You're focused on how is our lives going to line up? Do they line up? And then once you figure that out and once you decide, okay, I'm ready to take this step with somebody, that's where I think the love comes in after the marriage. At least that's the way I see it in a lot of Islamic marriages. The love comes after. You choose a person and you say, this person, our lives are lined up, our views are lined up, our futures are lined up. So I am going to choose this person over and over and over and over again. And then you get back to the love marriage, right? And last but not least, and this is probably my favorite question, is any new exciting plans coming up? Alhamdulillah, yes, there's so many plans that are in motion right now, and inshallah they'll all happen. One of them, oh my goodness, so many. Okay, but one of them. So I've been praying a lot to find a masjid because I've been wanting to kind of build my Islamic community here, but I haven't been able to. I don't know what it is. Like I would look for a masjid and then I wouldn't go. I wouldn't feel, I don't know, like it was weird. But it's because I'm not a very social person. So I would like look them up and then I wouldn't go. But I was on Facebook. I'm in a bunch of these like groups, and I'm on a Facebook group for Muslim moms. Um, and I'm not talking about like the Muslim mom. Like these are Muslim moms in my area. Uh, so I was scrolling through Facebook and I see that they are opening this program here where I live. Um, for like homeschooling, and it's at a masjid. And so I like something told me like just comment, and the comment that I posted was, "Can I volunteer?" Um and so the person reached out to me and they were like, "Yes, oh my goodness, you can volunteer, bring your child, all this." And I told them, like, I don't have a child. I honestly just want to volunteer. I want to help kids. I know you guys probably saw one of my videos where it talks about the school system and what is going on with the school system right now, which I think is just insane. So I wanted to volunteer and help other parents be able to educate their kids. Now, I was a math tutor for about 4 years. So all 4 years of high school, I was a math tutor. I also worked with special needs kids. I also I homeschooled 2 kids a couple of years back. And then I also was the teacher, like the Sabbath school teacher at my church. So I told her all of this and she was like, "Come on in." So I am actually going this Monday to meet with them, and inshallah, I'll be teaching kids at the masjid. And it's like school things. But I'm also studying. Okay, this is like completely different, but it ties into it. I'm also doing a Dawah course. Not a Dawah course. It's kind of like a Dawah academy. I've been doing it. I've completed, I think I've completed 4 of the courses already. There's 6 courses and I've completed 4 of them already. And they even told me, like, if you want to share what you've learned from that Dawah Academy, like, you're more than welcome to if you want to teach it here at the masjid. So that's all, a possibility. And inshallah, it all happens. But then there's also the title of this video, which you guys are probably like, what is she talking about? But yes, I cannot live like this anymore. And what I am referring to is I've been working so much. I get up at 5 a.m. and I go to bed at 2 a.m. And it's so bad. I know I need to get more sleep. I know, guys, but I've been working so much. I work from 6 a.m. till 11 p.m. And so usually when I work till 11 p.m., I'm not able to fall asleep like right away. There's the drive home and I got to get ready. I got to eat. I got to all this stuff, right? So by the time that I'm getting to bed, it's already like 1:30. By the time I fall asleep, it's like 2 a.m. But I am tired. I am so tired. I don't want to keep working so much. I honestly just want to focus on my dawah. I want to focus on learning more about Islam. I want to focus more on going to the masjid and being more involved in a Muslim community. I want to focus on just becoming a better Muslim and being able to share Islam with other people. I want to focus on that. But I don't want to live here anymore. My plan, and this is my plan, but of course there is Allah's plan and Allah knows best. But if this is what Allah wants for me, then inshallah it will happen. And that is, I want to leave the United States. I want to leave. I am hoping that maybe I can go, I don't know, stay with my brother for a little bit in Spain. And kind of go from there. But I think that when my lease is up here, I think I'm going to leave, inshallah. If Allah wants this, he'll open the doors and it will happen. And if not, whatever Allah wants, whatever he has planned, then alhamdulillah, that's what we're going to do. Thank you guys so much for joining me today and watching this video. Make sure to like, make sure to comment what type of content you guys want to see. And if you guys have any other questions, also comment them down below. I will, inshallah, make another video of a Q&A at some point. Make sure you guys also subscribe. Make sure you hit that join button down below to join Rosie's Corners Insiders. And may Allah always be in your corner. I'll see you guys in our next video. Bye.